Today's video, we'll be talking about the best LEGO Star Wars sets I recommend picking up for the holiday season in 2022. Let's talk about it. Alright, so welcome back everyone to another LEGO Star Wars video. In today's video, I got my annual video going over the top LEGO Star Wars sets for the specific year. I do these around the holiday season, usually in early December, so I was meant to actually do this last week, but I had the 2023 stuff, of course, which if you guys have been around on the channel for a little bit, you guys will finally see I did change up the background just a little bit. It was kind of getting a little old for me, even I think going into the new year. I'll probably rechange everything back here, but without further ado, guys, I got some safe options here, some underrated options, my personal picks, and then some stuff I recommend staying away from. So ideally, of course, really quickly, if you are gifting something to someone or yourself, I recommend picking up stuff that is retiring at the end of the year first. I mean, that is kind of top priority for any of us. So starting off here, I've got 4 very safe options for really any LEGO Star Wars fan. I feel, if you don't know them too well, if you don't truly know what they have in their collection yet, if you guys are buying for someone else or even yourself, these are definitely ones that are safe options for, a quick little $20, $30 purchase. Starting off, we got a couple of battle packs, of course, can't go wrong with those. Army build your minifigures up. So we got the 501st battle pack, normally $30. You can pretty much pick it up anywhere for about $24 to $25 right now. That one is retiring at the end of the year, so retiring in about 17 days from now, and already getting pretty hard to find in person. So this one I definitely recommend, for anyone else that you are buying for, or even yourself, pick up as, a couple extra troopers before it retires. So next up, we have the Hoth battle pack. This one is definitely another safe option. It's not retiring, so it's probably not as urgent to get it, but I think for $20, let alone $16 if you guys find it on sale. This is one of the few battle packs over the recent years where, truthfully, all 4 minifigures, for $16 on sale, are very usable, and none of them are kind of wasteful minifigures. So definitely not too bad of a one. Next up to the other 2 here, we have the AAT and the fighter tank. These both retail for $40. The AAT you can find pretty much everywhere for about $32. So the AAT is retiring at the end of the year. The fighter tank is not. So I would put priority on probably the AAT, and that one has the 332nd clone, which is already basically worth the value of the set itself. Then we have the fighter tank, of course, where a couple new troopers in there. Got a Mace Windu, a couple new droids. The fighter tank build itself is actually not too bad. I was kind of, not liking it when the pictures first got revealed, but I built one in hand, and I gotta say, I definitely like it better than the 2017 one. So those right there, guys, are probably the 4 safest options for any LEGO Star Wars fan. Then, of course, the Clone Command Station. I'm gonna put this one right here. You guys can only find this on LEGO.com and LEGO stores, which is actually in stock right now on LEGO.com. There's a limit to 5 of them, so if you've bought 5 throughout the year, you're probably gonna get your order canceled. I luckily was able to get around that a little bit. I don't know how. I don't know why they didn't cancel my orders. I've actually been able to get 15 of them, but so you guys might be able to order another 5 of them, and I think for $15, that's another one of those things where if you have not bought those yet in your account, and say you're buying them for someone or again, even for yourself, I would pick up 5 of them if I could, honestly. That's really one of those things where say you spend what's that, about $75 right there, say your budget is maybe $50 to $100, I gotta really say maybe buy 3 or 4 of those for that person. These are great things. They are retiring at the end of the year, very sought after already when they're out of stock, and they're already going for like $28 to $30. So for you paying $15 now, you will probably not regret it. You'll probably make the person very happy, and they will definitely not regret opening up that package and getting these for a present, say. But so nonetheless, those are probably the safest options where really you can't disappoint anyone. You know what I mean? You can't disappoint anyone else. You can't disappoint yourself. But moving on, guys, to a couple underrated options. Before moving on to the next category, I wanted to let you guys know about a little Rakuten deal right now going on for the month of December. Pretty much, if you guys sign up using my link down below, basically if you guys make a qualifying purchase over $30 on anything, but in this case, of course, maybe buy some Lego, and we know, of course, we have the Clone Command Stations on Lego.com. If you guys were to buy, 2 or 3 of those, and if it qualifies, if you guys use Rakuten, make sure everything's proper, you guys will actually get $30 cash back to your Rakuten account afterwards, and I will also get $30 cash back. So basically at that point, it'll be on a Rakuten account. We can continue to use it, get cash back on every other purchase, and then at that point, pretty much anytime between about 3 weeks and about a month and a half, Rakuten, you guys can cash out from there, and you guys can have it directly sent a check via mail or to your PayPal account. So I just wanted to quickly say that for you guys. If you guys want to sign up, use my link down below. I'll make a qualifying purchase. You guys get $30, and I also get $30. And thank you in advance if you guys use the link. Let's get back to the video. So next up, we have some underrated options right here. These are basically a couple sets where I feel like people aren't really talking about them that much. Maybe that collector, maybe they're waiting on a sale. Maybe they've not found that sale yet, and if they receive it as a gift, definitely one of those things that they'll appreciate. So starting off the first one, we actually have the Meditation Chamber. This one is retiring at the end of the year, and the minifigures already are going to go pretty crazy, I feel. It's got an exclusive Admiral in there, and pretty underrated set as is. Not a lot of them have been selling, so because again, it's barely gone on sale. It's a $70 set, went on sale for $50 for a little bit during Black Friday time, but I think it's definitely worth the $70. And this is definitely one of those sets where I feel like most collectors I know, and including myself, have waited for a sale on it. So there's a very good chance they probably don't have this set yet. So, you know, if you're looking for a nice little gift for someone, more than likely this is probably, out of every single set on this list, probably the least likely that that person has. Next up, we have the Armorer's Mandalorian Forge. I'm going to put this one on here for two reasons. Again, it's a Target exclusive, so, you know, if you're a Lego collector, you know, person you know is not, you know, going in Targets regularly, you know, maybe they're just kind of an avid Lego collector, maybe they shop at Walmart more, maybe they don't have a Target around them, maybe they don't have, if they don't have a Lego store or a Target around them, they might not even know this set exists. So this one is another one of those, you know, $30 retail, barely went on sale for a long time there. It was hanging around $21 though throughout Black Friday, so you know, definitely more people have it now. But you know, if you know that specific collector, you know, you'll probably would have not ever seen this set. You know, this one's also retiring at the end of the year, and all three of those minifigures in there going into 2023 will be in Mandalorian Season 3. So even if value, you know, after value is not really a thought, you know, those minifigures will be very sought after. There's a good chance we might not ever see the Armor and Paz Vizsla ever again. I think we will at some point, but you know, if we don't ever see him again, you know, of course, that set will really retain value, and you know, that certain collector or yourself will really, you know, be happy that you guys have those minifigures. So next up, we have the Mandalorian N1 Starfighter, another one that I feel like is very underrated. A lot of people have said, hey, look, I'm going to wait for a sale on this one. Another one of those that's barely been on sale anywhere too. You know, it's been 20% off here and there. Costco right now, if you guys have a Costco around you, some people are finding these for $20 and $30. So that's like 50 to 60% off. You know, at $20, look, I mean, I recommend buying one for that person you know, buy one for yourself, and probably buy 2 or 3 to sell in a couple years. I'll just be frank with you. You know, $20, that's a steal of a price. Another one that's very underrated. Next up, we have the Ahsoka Brickheads. This is one right here, a very cheap little $10 set, where I feel like ever since it actually got released, I've heard no one talk about it, no one post about it, and I think a lot of people actually forgot it even exists. So this one's only at Lego stores, of course, Lego store and Lego Online. So again, if you know that collector you know does not go into a Lego store at all, there's a good chance this guy might not even have it. So quite frankly, I would recommend buying this one. And you know, for $10, you know, hey, look, worst comes to worst, if that person already has one, look, you know, you're not losing out on too much value. And also at that point, they can just keep it sealed maybe. You know, I definitely think this is going to be one of those that do pretty well long term, you know, so it will just kind of retain value. Then the last up, we have the Kenobi Starfighter. This is one where, you know, kind of brand new, you know, came out in August, you know, $30 down to about $24 now on, I think, Walmart and Amazon, which is a fantastic deal. And one of those where, you know, I would assume, look, you know, if they're a Kenobi fan, they'd probably pick it up right away, you know, pretty cool fan. But if they're not, you know, for a little $24 set, I don't think they would hate it, you know, because again, Kenobi was in the original trilogy. So, you know, if you're, you know, buying for an original trilogy fan, you know, they're going to respect Kenobi, and you'll probably not mind building a Starfighter. Moving on, guys, to my personal top 3 right here. So these top 3 are ones that I highly recommend right now for many reasons. I think they're the best builds, the best value, you know, will do the best after retirement, and actually 2 out of the 3 are retiring at the end of this month. We have the Mandalorian Starfighter from the Clone Wars. So this one right here, normally $60. You guys can find it here and there for about $48. Kohl's was actually running a pretty good deal at $42. So even at $60, again, this set will go nuts. And this is one of those where truly, even if the person you're buying it for or yourself already have this set will retain value immensely. Just the Gar Saxon of that set already is about half the value. Bo-Katan, we'll probably see her again in another set, but she's already holding some good value. So this is probably the safest bet, you know, quite frankly, for a nice medium-sized set, because either way, you know, look, any avid Lego collector, and even you should even tell them that, like, look, if you find out maybe they have 2 of them, maybe you bought them, you know, this is their second one, you should even tell them, like, look, like, this thing will retain value. I would recommend just holding on to it and keeping it somewhere, and you know, take this, you know, $60 free gift, and you know, this thing will be worth $150 this time next year. So there's that one. Next up, we have the Bad Batch shuttle. You guys kind of know my thoughts on this. Normally $100, right at that price point, but you guys can find it normally for about $80. Walmart had it for $60 there for a little bit. That was a very good deal. And you know, again, this is one of those where I think they'll redo the Bad Batch show here in a couple of years, but the big driving factor right now are the minifigures, because going into Bad Batch Season 2, which actually comes out January 3rd, so that's kind of perfect. You know, if you know, they don't have the Bad Batch shuttle yet, you know, they're going to have it ready for the TV show now. Most of the minifigures in there, I don't think that we'll ever see again, because again, new outfits. The only one that we've actually seen in a different set is Hunter. there, but all the other ones will probably remain pretty exclusive there, so definitely not too bad of a deal. Then this is a brand new one that you guys, the next one, we got the Inquisitor Transport Scythe. This one right here, sadly, you guys can really only find for right on the money at 100 if you want to, go right at the top of that budget. I recommend this one wholeheartedly. Again, when I first looked at it, I'm like, all right, this is kind of cool, kind of whatever, but I bought it, I built it, and, look, as much as I'm not a fan of the Kenobi show, I'm really not. The set itself is beautiful. Lego did a 10 out of 10 job on that set. The minifigures feel just wonderful. I mean, very premium. Everything about them is very, very nice. Nice capes. You got nice prints on them. All 4 of them are brand new. And then we also have the incredible build, which is definitely, I think, worth, that $100 price point, piece count wise. And just when you build it, you really do feel like, hey, look, this is a premium product. They do a lot of new techniques in that set that I truly have just never seen before. So those are my personal top 3 right there that I think are, the biggest recommendations for me to people. Also, some ones I would recommend just staying away from, especially if you're buying for someone else. Of course, if you're buying for yourself, you probably know what you like and don't like, but to stay away from, look, I mean, just to truly, these are probably the most, I'm not going to say hated sets, but just, again, the most, least valued, nothing going for them, nothing exclusive, the builds are lackluster, 4+ microfighter, stay away from the microfighters, the 4+, Trouble on Tatooine, Mandalorian Brickheads, and at this point, it's hard for me to say, Hoth ATST and Boba Starship are probably 2 sets that I feel like people just are kind of split on. There's like 50-50 in the community right now. But Boba Starship, look, if it's a big Boba Fett fan you're buying for, I would recommend it. It's a lackluster Slave 1 when compared to previous ones, but again, if it's kind of all you're dealing with right there, if the other person does not have an older one yet, and they just kind of want a Boba Fett ship, I definitely recommend it. I mean, it's all right. A little bit smaller than I would have hoped for. But nonetheless, guys, there's everything for this video. There's, I think, all the best LEGO Star Wars sets under 100 in a couple different categories. Leave your thoughts down below, guys. What are your top 3 sets under 100? And what would you guys recommend? If someone is, watching this video, reading the comments, getting other opinions, what is the absolute best LEGO Star Wars set right now to buy for someone else? But nonetheless, guys, that is all for this video. A nice, kind of, relaxed, laid-back video. I do these every single year for the past 3 years. So I figured I would knock it out this year right now. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Please really comment and subscribe. Stay tuned for you guys later. Bye guys, and stay safe.